These are all of the food recipes for Chris P's kitchen. Chris P will ask for certain types of cravings. These cravings are going to be foods. These foods are soups, sandwiches, pies, burgers, waffles, salads, hot dogs, hamburgers, pizzas, donuts, and cakes. I'm going to be showing you the recipes to craft these foods. Before I start the video, I just want to let you guys know, bigger foods equals better rewards. Rarer foods equals better rewards. I'm now going to show you the recipes for all of these foods. Just to let you guys know, these recipes will not work most of the time. If you want a soup, it's just going to be 1 carrot. It's honestly really easy to get the soup. Just put in a carrot and then start cooking, and then you should actually go ahead and get yourself a soup from 1 carrot. Not going to lie, this is a pretty big soup, not gonna lie. Why is that so big for? There you guys have it though. The soup is going to be 1 carrot, and now we move on to the sandwich. The sandwich is actually going to be 2 tomatoes and 1 corn. So if you get 2 tomatoes and 1 corn, we now move on to the sandwich. The sandwich is going to be 2 tomatoes and then it's going to be 1 corn. So 2 tomatoes and 1 corn, that will go ahead and give you a sandwich. 2 tomatoes and 1 corn will give you a sandwich. We now move on to the pie. The pie is going to be a pumpkin, and it's also going to be a apple. So by combining both of these, you will go ahead and get yourself a pie. So just go ahead and put in an apple and a pumpkin, and then you should go ahead and get yourself a pie by putting in those 2 recipes. We now move on to the burger. So the burger is actually going to be a pepper. It's going to be 1 pepper. It's going to be 1 corn. And then it's going to be 1 tomato. So we're now going to put this in. So that is going to be the recipe right there. That is going to be the recipe for the burger. So there you guys go. Pepper, corn, tomato, and that will go ahead and give you a burger. We now move on to the waffle. The waffle is going to be 1 pumpkin, and it's also going to go ahead and be 1 watermelon. So combine both of those together, and then you should go ahead and get yourself a waffle. We now move on to the salad. The salad is actually going to be really easy to get. It's just going to be 2 tomatoes, and that should go ahead and give you a salad. As easy as that, 2 tomatoes. This is going to be the recipe for the hot dog. It's going to be 1 pepper, so make sure you put in 1 pepper and then put in a corn. So it's going to be 1 pepper and 1 corn, and that will go ahead and give you a hot dog. We now move on to the burger. So I've already got a burger. As you can see, this one's pretty big, and this is how to get the burger. So the burger is going to be 1 corn. So you want to put in 1 corn, then you want to put in a pepper as well, and then you want to go ahead and put in a tomato, and that will go ahead and give you a burger. So go ahead and do that, a tomato as well, and that will go ahead and give you a burger. As you can see, it gave me this big juicy burger. We move on to the ice cream. The ice cream is going to be a corn, so it's going to be 1 corn, and then it's going to go ahead and be a banana. So 1 corn, 1 banana will provide the ice cream. Start cooking, and that will go ahead and give you a ice cream. We now move on to the pizza. So you want to put in a pepper, and then you want to put in a banana. By combining both of these, you will go ahead and get yourself a pizza. So go ahead and start cooking, and that will provide you a pizza. We now move on to the donut. That's going to be a banana and a watermelon. So put in a banana, put in a watermelon, and that will go ahead and give you a donut. So go ahead and put those in, start cooking, and that will give you a donut. As you can see, I've already got it right here. This is going to be the donut. We now move on to the cake. So the cake is actually going to be quite hard to get. It's going to be a watermelon, 2 corn, or 2 banana. So make sure you go ahead and get yourself a watermelon. So it's going to be 1 watermelon, and then you want to put in 2 corn or 2 banana. So I did just get a watermelon. Let's go ahead and put in a watermelon, and then we're going to go ahead and put in 2 bananas instead. So let's put in 1 and 2 bananas. There we go. And that should go ahead and give you a cake. Those are all of the recipes in the game, but I'm going to be brutally honest with you. if you want better rewards, try and get yourself like rare fruits. So on your garden, right, this is what my garden looks like. So if you go ahead and get yourself like candy blossoms maybe, or if you've got rare fruits like bomb blossoms on your garden, just plant down a bunch of these a little bit like this. And then what you can actually go ahead and do is this. So if you guys just get yourself big bomb blossoms, big candy blossoms, big fruits that are rare, this is what you can do. So in my inventory now, I've got huge fruit as you can see. So I'm going to put in that, I'm going to put in a bunch of big fruits, big honeysuckles, big bomb blossoms, candy blossoms, etc, etc, bomb blossoms. And what I'm actually going to do, guys, is just put in as much as I possibly can. And what this will basically do is that when you do craft, you'll get something like a pastry, as you can see. So the more better items you put in, the better rewards you'll get out of it. Those recipes should help you out on getting the food what you want for. But just to let you guys know, most of the time you will not get the rewards what you want from following this recipe. So what I really recommend you getting on your garden is a bunch of rare seeds, and also try and get all of the seeds that you see on the screen right now, such as your tomato, pumpkin, carrot, sugar apple, pepper. Just get a bunch of seeds, guys, okay? And try and get them as big as you possibly can by doing the sprinkler method. And then you should be getting yourself good food, such as your burgers, your sandwiches, etc, etc. Honestly, really wish I could help you guys out a little bit more, but before I do end this video off here, I just want to say that recipes will not work most of the time. It's kind of random, if I'm going to be honest with you, but if you want to get better rewards, follow the recipes what I showed you, because a ton of YouTubers and testers have tested out these recipes in the test server, and it was working for all of us. And these are all of the recipes what we used to get all of those recipes. So if you do disagree with it, well, with the recipes what we showed you, it was kind of tried and tested in the test server, so they all should be working in the first place. But other than that, guys, those are going to be all of the recipes inside of the game. If you want to see anything else, guys, let me know down in the comments. If you need more help, make sure you check in the comments, guys, if you want a more in-depth guide on how to get these recipes, if it does end up changing. But other than that, there's going to be a full guide on all of the food recipes, so that you can get your cakes, donuts, pizzas, to feed to the pig to get really good rewards. Hopefully that this video helped you guys out for those all of the recipes, and I guess that I'll be on now. See you all in the very next video. Peace out.